Imagine opening your mailbox and finding a power bill that's lower than your coffee budget for the month. Now imagine finding out the reason isn't some corporate favor or a government rebate. It's a device. A simple, unglamorous, almost boring device that quietly does what billion-dollar power companies have never wanted you to figure out on your own. Sounds like a scam, right? That's exactly what I thought too. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what this device is, how it actually works, and why it's spreading faster than any power company would like. But before we go further, if you're someone who likes understanding how money, energy, and everyday technology quietly shape your life, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel breaks down the boring stuff that actually matters, and trust me, this one matters. Let's rewind for a second. Most of us grew up believing our power bill is just fixed. You use electricity, you pay for it, end of story. No negotiation, no alternative, no way out. It feels like rent. It feels like something you just accept. But here's the strange part. Electricity, unlike rent, isn't actually scarce in the way we think it is. Sunlight falls on your roof every single day for free. Wind blows without sending anyone an invoice. The real cost most of us are paying isn't for the energy itself. It's for the system built around capturing it, storing it, and delivering it to your walls exactly when you flip a switch. And that system, that middleman, is where almost all of your monthly bill actually goes. So what changed? For decades, the technology needed to capture and store your own energy was either too expensive, too bulky, or too complicated for a regular homeowner to deal with. You needed permits, technicians, complicated wiring, and a small fortune just to get started. Power companies knew this. They knew that even if people wanted independence, the barrier to entry was simply too high. It was easier to just pay the bill every month and move on with life. That's not a conspiracy. That's just economics. When something is inconvenient enough, most people give up trying to change it. But convenience is exactly what changed. Somewhere in the last few years, a quiet shift happened in home energy technology. Instead of massive, complicated installations, engineers started shrinking the entire concept down into something almost stupidly simple. A compact unit, something you could set up yourself in an afternoon without hiring anyone. Something that captures energy, stores it efficiently, and releases it exactly when your home needs it most, especially during those expensive peak hours when your utility charges the highest rates of the day. That's the real trick here. It's not about creating energy out of nothing. Nobody's breaking the laws of physics. It's about timing, storage, and cutting out the inefficiency that utility companies have quietly built into the system for decades. Here's where it gets interesting. Utility companies don't actually charge you a flat rate for a reason. They charge more during certain hours because demand spikes and supply has to scramble to keep up. Think about early evening, when everyone gets home, turns on the AC, starts cooking dinner, and switches on every light in the house at the same time. That's when electricity is at its most expensive. Now imagine a device sitting quietly in your home that already stored cheaper energy earlier in the day, energy captured from sunlight or from off-peak grid rates, and released it exactly during that expensive window. You're not creating free electricity. You're simply refusing to pay the premium price for energy you could have captured cheaply just hours earlier. It's the same electricity. It's just smarter timing. And that one shift alone is enough to slash a bill in ways that feel almost unbelievable the first time you see it happen. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. If this is real, why doesn't everyone already have one? Why isn't this common knowledge? And that's a fair question because for a long time, the tools that made this possible simply weren't available to regular people. Home battery systems used to cost more than a used car. Even simple energy monitors were clunky and required an electrician just to install. But somewhere between falling manufacturing costs, better battery chemistry, and a growing wave of companies competing to make home energy simpler, the price and complexity dropped dramatically. What used to be a luxury for wealthy homeowners with solar farms on their roofs slowly turned into something an average family could actually afford and install without specialized help. And here's the part that really gets people curious. This isn't some flashy piece of tech wrapped in marketing hype. It doesn't look impressive. It's not something you'd notice sitting in someone's garage or utility closet. It looks boring. It looks like the kind of thing you'd walk past without a second glance. But that boring exterior is hiding a genuinely clever piece of engineering, one built around a very simple idea. Stop wasting energy, stop paying peak prices, and start controlling exactly when and how your home draws power. It's not magic, it's just smart timing wrapped in a small metal box. What makes this story even more interesting is how power companies have responded, or rather, how quietly they've responded. You'd expect a booming public campaign explaining these devices to customers, right? After all, if it helps people save money, why wouldn't they promote it? But that's not really how the incentive structure works. Power companies make money on volume and peak usage. The more electricity you buy, and the more you buy during expensive hours, the more revenue flows into their system. A device that reduces your peak hour dependence doesn't help their bottom line. It quietly chips away at it. So instead of loud opposition, what you get is silence. No big warnings, no big endorsements either, just nothing. And in the world of energy costs, silence usually means someone doesn't want you paying too much attention. By now, you're probably wondering exactly what this device is, how much it actually saves, and whether it's something realistic for your own home, apartment, or even a small business. That's exactly where we're headed next. Because once you understand not just what this device does, but the actual mechanics behind why it works so well, you'll start looking at your monthly power bill in a completely different way. And trust me, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So let's get into it. The device we're talking about is what's now being called a smart home battery system, though that term barely does justice to how it actually functions inside a household. At its core, it's a compact unit, often not much bigger than a small suitcase, that connects to your home's electrical system and does three things extremely well. It stores energy when it's cheap or free, it releases that energy when demand and prices spike, and it constantly monitors your usage patterns to make smarter decisions than any human sitting there flipping switches ever could. It sounds simple when you say it like that, but the real magic is in how precisely it times everything. Think about your daily routine for a second. Most homes are almost empty from 9 to 5. Nobody's running the dryer. Nobody's blasting the air conditioning. Nobody's cooking a big meal. Energy use during those hours is relatively low. But the moment evening hits, everything changes. Lights turn on, dinner starts cooking, the television comes alive, laptops get plugged in, and if you've got kids, chances are a dozen devices are charging at once. This is peak demand. This is when utility companies charge the most, because this is when the entire grid is under the most pressure. A smart battery device doesn't care about convenience the way we do. It cares about cost. So during those quiet afternoon hours when energy is cheaper, or in homes with solar panels, when the sun is doing the work for free, it quietly stores that energy. Then, when evening hits and prices spike, instead of pulling expensive power from the grid, your home draws from what's already stored. You get the same lights, same appliances, same comfort, just without the same price tag. This is where a lot of people get confused, because it sounds too good to be true. But the truth is, this isn't some radical new invention. Big businesses and factories have used similar strategies for years. Large industrial buildings have long used systems that shift heavy power usage away from peak hours to save massive amounts of money. What's changed is that this strategy, once locked behind expensive commercial contracts and specialized engineers, has finally trickled down into something compact and affordable enough for an everyday household. It's not that the idea is new, it's that the accessibility is new. And that's exactly why it's spreading so quickly right now, because for the first time, ordinary homeowners have access to a tool that used to be reserved for big corporations with deep pockets. Now let's talk about something people rarely consider, which is how much waste already exists in the average power bill without anyone realizing it. A huge portion of your bill isn't just about how much electricity you use, it's about when you use it and how efficiently that usage lines up with the grid's capacity. Utility companies build their entire pricing model around unpredictability. They have to prepare for worst-case scenarios, extreme heat waves, freezing winters, sudden demand spikes, and all of that preparation costs money that gets passed straight down to your monthly bill. When a home uses a smart storage device, it becomes more predictable. It draws less from the grid during chaotic peak hours and instead relies on stored energy that was captured during calm, low-demand periods. In a strange way, using one of these devices doesn't just save you money, it also makes the entire grid slightly more stable, because you're no longer contributing to those dangerous demand spikes that utility companies scramble to handle every single day. Of course, at this point, you might be wondering about upfront cost, and that's a completely fair concern because for years, this was the biggest barrier keeping people away from any kind of home energy independence. Nobody wants to spend a small fortune just to save a bit each month, especially if the payback period stretches out for a decade or more. But here's what's genuinely changed the game. As battery technology has improved, and as more companies have entered this space competing for customers, prices have dropped in a way that would have seemed impossible just a few years ago. What used to require a huge financial commitment now often costs a fraction of that, and many households are finding that the device pays for itself surprisingly fast simply through the monthly savings it generates. It's not an overnight miracle. It's a gradual, steady shift, the kind of financial change that sneaks up on you until one day you look at your bill and wonder why it's suddenly so much smaller than it used to be. There's also something deeply psychological happening here that's worth pointing out. For most of our lives, we've been trained to think of our power bill as something entirely outside our control. It's just a number that shows up every month, and we pay it because that's what everyone does. But once someone installs a device like this and watches their bill shrink in real time, something shifts in how they think about energy altogether. Suddenly, it's not this mysterious, unavoidable expense controlled entirely by a faceless company. It becomes something measurable, something they can actually influence with their own choices. And once people experience that shift, once they feel that sense of control over something they used to think was fixed, it's incredibly hard to go back to blindly accepting whatever number shows up on their bill each month. This is also where curiosity starts turning into skepticism for a lot of people, and honestly, that skepticism is healthy. Anytime something promises significant savings, it's smart to ask, what's the catch? Is this only useful for homes with solar panels? Does it work in apartments? Does weather affect how well it performs? Is there ongoing maintenance involved? These aren't unreasonable questions, and the answers actually reveal a lot about why this technology has become so widely applicable rather than being some niche solution for a small group of wealthy homeowners with rooftop solar systems. The truth is, while solar panels can enhance how much a device like this saves, they're not strictly necessary for it to work. Even a home pulling all of its electricity directly from the grid can benefit, simply by shifting when that electricity gets used and stored. That single distinction is what makes this so much more widely relevant than most people initially assume. What's becoming clear, the more you dig into this, is that we're not looking at some flashy gadget riding a wave of hype that'll disappear in a year. We're looking at a fundamental shift in how ordinary people interact with the power grid. A shift that's been quietly building for years and is only now becoming accessible enough for the average household to take advantage of. And once you understand the mechanics behind it, the pricing structures utility companies rely on, and the sheer amount of waste built into how most of us consume electricity without even thinking about it, the idea of a simple device outperforming an entire power company's billing structure doesn't sound so far-fetched anymore. It starts to sound less like a gimmick and more like something that was, in hindsight, inevitable. And that brings us to the most important part of this story, the part where we talk about what this actually means for you, how to think about it realistically, and why the conversation around this device is only just getting started. So let's bring this all together, because by now you've probably started connecting the dots yourself. This isn't about some miracle box that generates free electricity out of thin air. It's about something far more practical, and honestly, far more powerful in the long run. It's about timing, it's about control. It's about finally having a tool that lets ordinary households do what big businesses and factories have quietly been doing for years, shifting their energy use away from the expensive hours and into the cheap ones. Once you understand that simple shift, the entire story stops sounding like some too good to be true internet claim and starts sounding like basic logical economics finally catching up with everyday homeowners. Think about how many systems in our lives are built around inconvenience benefiting someone else. Your power bill has always assumed you'll use electricity whenever you feel like it, without thinking twice about when. And for most of history, that assumption was completely reasonable because there was no real alternative. You couldn't exactly store electricity in a jar and use it later. But now, that assumption is starting to break down quietly, one household at a time, as smart storage devices give people the ability to decide not just how much electricity they use, but when they use it. That single shift in control is what's rewriting the relationship between everyday people and the power companies that have held all the leverage for so long. What makes this even more interesting is the timing of it all. We're living through a moment where battery technology, home automation, and energy monitoring are all improving at the same time, feeding into each other, making each new generation of devices smaller, smarter, and cheaper than the last. A few years ago, this kind of home energy independence was something reserved for tech enthusiasts willing to spend a small fortune experimenting. Today, it's becoming something a regular household can realistically consider without needing an engineering degree or a specialized electrician camping out in their garage for a week. That's not a small shift. That's the kind of shift that, looking back in a decade, people will probably describe the same way we now talk about smartphones replacing landlines. Slow at first, then suddenly everywhere. But here's the thing I want to leave you with, because it's the part that matters most. None of this works if people don't stay informed. Power companies aren't going to run ads explaining how to use less of their product. That's simply not how any business, in any industry, has ever operated. The information about tools like this spreads because people talk about it, because people share what they've learned, because ordinary folks like you and me start asking questions instead of just accepting the number on our monthly bill without a second thought. That's exactly why this story matters, and exactly why it's worth paying attention to instead of scrolling past it. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. Your power bill isn't as fixed as you've been led to believe. There is room to think differently about how and when you use energy, and the tools to actually act on that thinking are more accessible today than they've ever been in history. You don't need to be an engineer. You don't need a rooftop covered in solar panels. You just need to understand the basic idea we've walked through today. Cheap energy stored early, expensive energy avoided later, and a simple device quietly making that trade happen in the background of your everyday life. Now here's where I want to hear from you. If this video actually made you rethink how you look at your own power bill, even a little bit, drop a comment below and tell me what surprised you the most. Was it the idea that utility pricing is built around peak demand? Was it realizing how much waste exists in a system most of us never question? Or was it simply the idea that a device this simple could outperform something as massive and established as a power company's billing structure? I genuinely want to know, because conversations like that are exactly what help this channel grow, and exactly what helps more people discover information that actually impacts their everyday lives. And if you know someone, a friend, a family member, a coworker, anyone who's constantly complaining about how high their power bill is every single month, do them a favor and share this video with them. Not because it's flashy or exciting in the traditional sense, but because it might genuinely change how they think about a bill they've been blindly paying for years without ever questioning it. Sometimes the most valuable information isn't loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet, practical, and boring, exactly the kind of thing this channel was built to uncover. Before you go, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, now's the perfect time, because this channel is all about breaking down exactly this kind of story. The quiet, overlooked shifts in money, energy, and everyday systems that most people never stop to think about, but that end up shaping our lives in bigger ways than we realize. We're not chasing hype here. We're chasing the boring truths that actually matter, the ones hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to finally explain them clearly. So take a moment, look at your own power bill the next time it shows up, and ask yourself an honest question. How much of that number is really about the electricity you used? And how much of it is about when you used it? Once you start asking that question, you'll never look at your monthly bill the same way again. And who knows, maybe the next video on this channel will be the one that helps you cut that number down even further. Thanks for watching all the way through. If this video gave you something to think about, let me know in the comments. Share it with someone who needs to hear it, and I'll see you in the next one, where we'll keep digging into the boring economic truths that quietly shape everything around us.